Hey guys, एक बार प्लीज कोई कंफर्म कर सकता है कि मेरी आवाज आ रही है? आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू फिगर आउट इफ आई एम लाइव और नॉट. Okay, so I think I am live. Yeah. So hi guys, the purpose of this sort of live stream is to announce a batch that is being launched tomorrow, and which will be taken by me itself. So let's get into it. I'll quickly introduce myself, and then I'll just get into what the purpose is and what the batch is and what what all will be covered, who all can be benefited from that batch, and all those other details. So yeah, let's quickly get into it. So my name is Pulkit Chhabra. I am a final year student at Delhi Technological University. I have interned with HackerRank and Coordination in the past. I worked with Coordination as an SD intern. I worked with HackerRank as an problem setter intern. Apart from this, I have also been offered internships by Amazon as well as Goldman Sachs. So I've been doing competitive programming a lot, and I've been doing it for the last 2.5 years now. I use the username coder Pulkit underscore C whenever I'm participating in different online coding contests like CodeChef, like on CodeChef and CodeForces, Google Kickstart, and so on and so forth. So I'm a 6 star on CodeChef with my highest rating being 2416, and a master on CodeForces with my highest rating being 2246 as of now. So yeah, this is pretty much in brief about myself. So now I have been teaching on Unacademy for the last I think 3-4 months now, and I really enjoy teaching those concepts that I've learned so far with whatever experience I've gained in competitive programming. So I've been taking a lot of special classes. What I mean by special classes is that in which you can come in, and the session is there on YouTube as well as an academy. And in those special classes, what happens is that we cover a topic, or a sub part of a topic or a subtopic. For example, recently I took this micro course wherein we covered the shortest path algorithms on course on graphs, and before that I've been taking some random stuff. So the thing is that attending those classes is very good, and solving those problems and grasping the concepts and all those things. But the thing is that if you really wanna excel at competitive programming or land at a FANG company, or any other top product company, doing the same thing for each topic is very important. So doing the same thing for all the other topics is also very important. So what happens is, generally a person when he comes to internet, moving from beginner to intermediate level is kind of not that hard. Finding stuff is easy, there's material available, but there's a lot of lack of guidance when it comes from going from intermediate level to advanced level. So for that, a course is being launched tomorrow, which is 22nd of December. It is an exclusive intermediate to advanced batch called Summit. uh, the whole batch will be taken by myself only. We'll be covering a bunch of different topics, and a bunch of stuff will be covered in each topic, which I'll get to in a moment. So it is like a very structured learning path for intermediates to become expert level coders. Like I said, the structure that has been missing, and the guidance that has been missing from intermediate to advanced level will be given in this. And each of the things that is being required has been sort of very intelligently decided by the different educators, and all of the stuff has been put in to make a very structured learning pattern. So as I said, this course will be taken by me. I introduced myself a little bit, and if you want to know more about my teaching style, you can also go to my Unacademy profile, which is unacademy.com /coder. I'll write it down in the comments as well, in the chat as well. unacademy.com /coder C. So I've written it down in the comments. So yeah, so you can have a look. If you like the way of teaching, and you can definitely consider enrolling for the batch. So regarding other instructors, so apart from me as well, instructors taking other batches and other courses, many of them are highly competitive technical minds with with many of them being ICPC world finalists, IOA medalists, and having very 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 good ratings on websites like Codeforces and CodeChef. So this is like a one more thing that I'd like to stress upon is that it is like a three-way benefit. So in the batch itself, it will help you crack top product companies, and the focus will not be just on that. We would go into we would go into the more depth, so that people are also able to crack multiple international coding contests where the level of questions being asked are generally tougher than asked in product companies. So we would be going to that level. And yeah, if you want to create your own tech company, you are welcome to do that as well. So if these three are like not enough, there's a CodeChef certification program as well, which if you apply for, otherwise if you sort of try to give a test, otherwise it is a paid program. It is, I think, around 7,500 rupees for the expert level, if I'm not wrong. I'm not sure again, but yeah, I think that's the price. So with the completion of this batch, if you sort of complete this batch successfully, you'll be getting this widely accepted CodeChef certification for free. And regarding the expense of the whole, if you look at the expense for the subscription, it is even less than rupees 90 per day if you avail the 1 year subscription. All right, so these were some points that I just wanted to stress upon. Now coming on to the next sort of part, what exactly is it that you're getting when you subscribe? So the first one is the live interactive classes. I don't know if you guys have already sort of had a look at the platform or not. If you have not, I just told you that you can have a look at the profile, and the profile is unacademy.com/coder Pulkit C, and some of the other educators profiles as well. You can have a look at the special classes that that we have been doing. A lot of them are available on this particular channel as well, so that is also you can explore. So that is a tent of what the interactive classes would look like. It will be like the educator will be teaching, and there will be live chat support wherein people can type whatever their doubts or reactions are. There will be polls. Educator will be asking a bunch of questions to which the I'll be asking a bunch of questions to which the students will reply. And by polls, what I mean is like having an MCQ sort of question where where students can answer, and we can see how much of like how much are students actually understanding and things like that. So the second is relevant practice problems at CodeChef. So basically after each lecture, an assignment as well as some practice problems relevant to to that particular topic which was being covered in that particular lecture will be given, which will be there on the CodeChef platform itself. So to be very honest, the thing is that when it comes to subjects like competitive programming, theory is not the major chunk of improving in the subject. The major chunk is practicing and doing a bunch of problems yourself, and getting a learning out of each of them. So a very sort of good amount of time has been spent and will be spent in figuring out what problems to give, and figuring out the problems that will result in maximum learning. And this is something that the educators here and the TAs here have been doing and will be doing in future as well, to sort of save you the time to do so. So yeah, this is 2. And 3, doubt support. So when it comes to solving problems, a person very often finds himself struggling around with the solution, and being stuck on a problem for a lot of time. So this is something which will help you in a very efficient learning in a manner that for doubt support, in this batch there will be weekly doubt sessions, like apart from the doubts that you can ask in the live interactive classes as well. Of course, there will be exclusive doubt sessions weekly on Sunday. And apart from that, TAs will be present in each lecture as well. So if I miss a doubt in any form, then the TAs are there to answer that as well. Otherwise, I also sort of try to make sure that I answer each and every doubt during the class myself only. So apart from that, even after the class, there have been Discord channels put in place for each course, for each batch, wherein people can ask whatever doubt they have related to whatever is being taught in the class at that particular time, at any time, and TAs will get back on that Discord server. So I hope that makes sense. So it helps, it'll help you in a very sort of efficient move forward with your learning process in a very efficient manner. All right, so these are the three major things, right? So coming on to the topic wise batch structure, so these are the things that will be covered in the whole batch. If, as you can see, the batch is 52 weeks long, so an year long. So in the first 4 weeks we'll be looking at searching, sorting and searching, in which we'll be covering different sorting algorithms, and apart from that, we'll be looking at what stable sort is, how do we make sure that the sorting algorithm is stable. Then moving on to searching part, we'll sort of see how sorting helps us searching in a better way, learning binary search, ternary search, and a bunch of different applications of binary search itself in like one second. Yeah, so like binary search on answer, binary search on unbounded lists, binary search on minimax problems, and all those other things will be covered in a very detailed manner. So yeah, then moving on to the next sort of course that we'll be having is data structures, basic data structures course, which will be 6 weeks long. And and yeah, for sorting and searching, and I forgot to mention that this goes for each course, that a lot of time will be spent on solving a lot of problems in the class as well. And of course, after the class, a lot of problems will also be given. So but during the class as well, yeah, like I believe that thinking out loud in front of the students really helps them in a way that it makes them observe what the thought process of the educator is, that maybe students can learn a thing or two from that thought process. So yeah, a lot of focus will be given on problem solving. And then moving on to data structures, we'll be covering things like some linear data structures like arrays, linked lists, stack, queues, and some more non-linear data structures like binary trees, heaps, binary search trees, yeah, so something like that. So in each of these data structures, we'll be covering a lot of different stuff, like we'll be covering implementation of each of these. In arrays, we'll also be covering the implementation of the vector itself, which is like a dynamic array, and we'll be covering a lot of interview problems that are related to these data structures. So yeah, it is like a two-way thing. I'll be trying to focus on interviews as well, and on the competitive programming side of things as well, covering some really sort of advanced level problems from different websites. Yeah, so now moving on to the next course that we'll be having as a part of this batch is additional concepts in C++. So which reminds me of the fact that in this particular batch I'll be covering things in C++. Of course, I really believe that language is not like something which should be a barrier. So because the major thinking is not relevant to the language itself, and it is just the implementation part. So yeah, in additional concepts in C++, we'll be learning things like memory management, pointers and stuff, object orientation in C++, and some STL concepts. By STL I mean standard template library, and the data structures that have already been implemented in STL, how to use them, different STL algorithms. Like there are things like upper bound, lower bound. There's there's things like find, count, upper bound, lower bound in map, and set as well. So yeah, different things like that. So then moving on to greedy algorithms, we'll be spending a couple of weeks with greedy algorithms. So basically, when I say weeks, I'll also just clarify this as well. When I say weeks, in each week we'll be having three classes basically on Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Three classes, Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, 2 hours each, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and one doubt session on Sunday. So 4 classes in all, 3 lectures, 2 hours each, and one doubt session on Sunday, which will be 1 hour long, and which will be from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And of course, the timing of the doubt session can be increased as and when required. But as of now, we felt that that 1 hour is a good enough time. But yeah, it can be increased if the need if we feel the need to. So yeah, coming back to greedy algorithm. So yeah, 2 weeks will be given to this particular topic, in which again there will be different classical problems which will be discussed, and some techniques that you can sort of learn to how to sort of make sure that that a particular greedy algorithm is correct or not. So basically, some some techniques to prove that your solution is correct or not. All right, so then the next will be a second sort of course on data structures, and in which the major sort of uh, you know uh, like importance will be given to square root decomposition, and range query, point updates, prefix sums, and things like that, and some advanced problems, of course. So then moving on to the number theory, 3 weeks will be given to the number theory part, in which things like uh, primality testing, GCD algorithm, Euclid's GCD algorithm, factorization, modular arithmetic, sieve, and things like that will be discussed in this particular topic. And then moving on to the next sort of course, which will be recursion and DP. And again, I don't know if this is the case for you as well, but I've observed that generally this is a topic people are generally scared of. So you'll be in good hands. Fortunately, this is a topic which I am pretty strong at. So yeah, this is something that I'll make sure that you are no more scared of, and you understand how to sort of approach these problems. So yeah, recursion and DP. In this, yeah, of course, we'll start with basic recursion, and look at some sort of look at the what gist of dynamic programming, what exactly it is. We'll start with very simple problems like finding another Fibonacci number, and move on to more classical problems, and then on to some more advanced concepts, which will like the most of the advanced concepts will actually be covered in this advanced dynamic programming course. But yeah, depending on time, maybe we'll cover some of them in this as well. So yeah, moving on to the next sort of course, which is discrete mathematics in C++. So basically, it will also be covering a lot of different concepts related to sets, functions, and relations, combinatorics, like finding out NCR values, factorial values, a bunch of problem solving on all these things, probability, graph theory, and things like inclusion, exclusion, and so on and so forth, right? So yeah, I hope this makes sense. I believe that discrete mathematics will be a lot about problem solving as well, since combinatorics, the theory is not that much, but problem solving is a lot, and same goes for probability and some other things as well. So yeah, a mix of problem solving and theory, which is true for every other course as well. So then moving on to some advanced topics, which is like graph algorithms. I've already taken a lot of 2 graphs courses, so yeah, so I can go on in depth. So in basically in this graph algorithm, as you can see, 5 weeks will be spent. So we'll be covering things like from basic BFS, DFS to shortest path algorithms like Dijkstra's, Floyd-Warshall, Bellman-Ford, minimum spanning trees, and on to some advanced concepts like finding the condensation graph of a directed graph, finding strongly connected components, and also some very very sort of beautiful problems that I have encountered so far, right? So yeah, all those things will be covered, and this is also something I'm really good at, and I can sort of promise that like why I'm focusing on recursion and DP, because I've heard that people are generally scared of these 2 topics, which is recursion and DP, and graph algorithm. So yeah, don't worry, they'll be covered in a very effective and sort of enjoyable manner. So yeah, moving on to the next topic, which is segment trees. Again, basic segment trees will be covered, range updates will be covered with lazy propagation, and some just a second, I'm just checking if we are live. Yeah, so yeah, I think we are live. So yeah, and some very very beautiful problems in which we'll see how segment trees are, what basically the applications of segment trees are. And then moving on to the next sort of part, which is advanced dynamic programming, we'll be covering a lot of things like DP on trees, DP with bit masks, digit DP, multi-dimensional DPs, and some advanced problems on DP itself. And then computational geometry will be covering things like basic structures, what the convex polygons, some sweep algorithms, and convexal, and some other miscellaneous stuff, which will sort of decide when we get a little near to this sort of course. So yeah, this is in brief about the whole batch. The remaining time will be spent upon solving problems from previous ICPG regionals and world finals, sort of problem solving. So yeah, this is the whole plan. And of course, if we realize on the way that that there is something still missing, it is not very hard and fast, and it is not just very final. So of course it is final as of now, but yeah, we won't hesitate to add some more things if we feel the need to. So this is about the structure itself. So 3 classes a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday will be a doubt solving class. So I'll be teaching the whole sort of course, and this is what the content will look like. So now, of course, maybe you maybe this is not the batch that you want to enroll, and there are some other batches also going that I've already started, or they'll start very soon. So I'll also just talk about some of the other educators, because I feel whenever we are sort of looking to buy a learning product, educators are the most important thing according to me. So yeah, we have a bunch of talented folks over here as educators. Like we have Tanuj here, who's a 2-time world finalist. As you can see, 17 and 18, he's worked with Google as well as Facebook, so 2 of the FAANG companies. There's Sanket and Riya, who are very, very talented, and who they have a lot of experience in teaching and mentoring people, and mentoring students, and very, very good feedback in teaching. So yeah, Sanket here is a software engineer at LinkedIn, and Riya works at Flipkart. So yeah, these 2 are also sort of taking a couple of another batches which are beginner to advanced, if in case you are interested in that. There's Triveni and Deepak, again both of them have been to world finals, ICPC world finals, and let me just stress upon this fact, and that that getting to sort of ICPC world finals is like a huge achievement, and every year just less than 10 Indian like less than 10 teams from India get the chance to sort of be a part of the world final. So yeah, it is huge. We have some other educators as well, like there's Himanshu, again an ICPC world finalist. There's Mrugappan, an engineer at Google, with very good ratings on CodeChef and Codeforces. There's Vivek, who's a 7-star on CodeChef, with his highest rating being, with his highest rank being Indian rank 6. Master on Codeforces, won multiple long challenges. And here we have Nishchay, who is one of the best programmers in India as of now, one of the best competitive programmers in India as of now. I think he was recently ranked number 1 on Codeforces, which is a very famous sort of competitive programming website. He's a 7-star on CodeChef and an international grandmaster on Codeforces. And I think on Codeforces, not more than I think 10 people from India have crossed that mark as of now. Like, I'm talking about all time. So yeah, this is basically the level of educators that we are having over the platform. So yeah, this can hopefully make you help you make an informed decision. So apart from that, like I talked about the teaching assistants of support on chat and doubts forum. So this is like a doubt forum on CodeChef, wherein you can ask doubts as well. But this is like I'm sorry, I apologize for that. This is like an old slide. So now we are also having a very better sort of doubt resolution platform, which is Discord. It is like a chat platform wherein different groups have been made from different courses, and people can ask their doubts relevant to that particular course on the Discord channel itself, and get the reply in a snap. So like I discussed about course wise practice problems, so for each course there will be a CodeChef contest setup, wherein relevant problems after every lecture will be uploaded on that particular contest page. So for example, I took this course on trees and graphs. So basically graphs won recently. It is again a very old slide. It started on 21st of September. We are now in December. So yeah, I think as of now around 20-25 problems have been uploaded on this contest page as well, and I also gave like more than 25 to 30 problems for practice apart from the contest itself. So in that course alone, if I just put together the problems that I gave for practice plus the problems that I discussed during the course itself, I think the number of problems just for trees and graphs one, and like I took two courses on trees, so it was just graphs one. I am hoping that, I think, even just to take a hard guess, the number of problems that we discussed would have exceeded, I think, 75 or so. Yeah, and also the level of the problems that we discussed was very very good, and led close to like 1800 to 2100 rating problems, if I talk about their code forces rating, just to give you an idea. So yeah, this is like this was the practice problems part. So now coming on to the part that how will this subscription work. So it is not like that you will be subscribing just for the course, just for the batch itself. So once you purchase a subscription, let's say you purchase this 1 year subscription, you will have the access to each and every course or batch that is there on the platform itself. So it is not like you'll be able to access just this batch. So you can access other batches as well, you can access other courses as well, you can access the batches or courses that have already ended, the recordings will be available. You'll be able to access the batches or courses that will be launching in future. For example, January or Feb, we are planning to launch, and we are planning to launch a series of batches on interview preparation alone. So you'll be able to access those batches as well if you have subscribed for the platform. So it is like an all-in-one thing. Just subscribe for the platform once and you are able to access every content, every piece of content that is there in the competitive programming sort of field. So just to repeat once again, so if I talk about the batch that is being launched tomorrow, the days will be like, I'm just answering Rohit's comment over here. The days will be Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and the doubt solving sessions will be on Sunday 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Rohit is saying that the batch is contradicting with Sanket. I don't think. I think his classes are from Tuesday. His classes are from on Tuesday, on Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Even if they do, that batch is like beginner to advanced, and this batch is like intermediate to advanced. So the topics that are being taught vary, and the kind of audience that we are sort of expecting for these two batches vary. So this is why, even if they coincide with each other, the timings coincide with each other, that should not be a problem. So yeah, so this is like the plan. Like I told you that if you buy this 12-month subscription, the price per day is going to be less than rupees 90 per day, and this will be the pricing that you will be getting after a 10% discount for this, for which you can use this code Pulkit CP. You can also use this code Pulkit_C, but I think this is an outdated one, I'm sorry. So please use this code Pulkit CP to get a 10% discount on the platform. And since we are starting the course tomorrow itself, so it will be a very good a very sort of good time to enroll for the platform right now, since you will be part of the batch from day one. And this is something which is really helpful, because whenever I'll be teaching in the batch, I'll be assuming people to already know the stuff that I've taught in the past. So yeah, so being the part of the batch from the day one itself will in itself give you a lot of edge. So I'd say if you like the platform, if you sort of like the way of teaching, and you really sort of want to excel in competitive programming, then why waste time? Make an investment, and it'll be a very good value for money, in my opinion. So I generally don't I'd like to add one more thing, that it is like, generally I've seen that people sort of think that why pay so much for these sort of courses, but I genuinely believe, and it is from a personal experience, that I myself have invested such amounts in different courses in the past. So I took up a DSA course for rupees I think 12,000, which was 1 month long, and again one more competitive programming course I took, and I also took a machine learning course which was worth I think 24,000 rupees for 2 months only. So it is like a very I think affordable and a value for money product, so which I'd really recommend you to put your money in, instead of sort of just thinking that maybe will not be benefited it. Like what I'm trying to say is, have a look at the special classes, and if you find that this will be a good value for money, don't hesitate in putting money wherein you know that the returns in future are going to be a lot higher. So yeah, this was about the 12-month subscription, which is worth rupees 29,700, inclusive of all taxes. So there are other sort of subscriptions as well. There's 1 month, 3 months, 6 months as well. So but if you would like to be a part of the complete batch, so this is something that I'd recommend. But otherwise, if you want to try out the platform first, you are welcome to sort of opt out for the short period subscriptions as well. So yeah, and also I just saw here that there's also no cost EMI available on 6 month and above subscription plan. So that will also help a large number of audience, a large piece of audience. So yeah, guys, I think this was it from my side for this announcement sort of part. If you guys have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Please write it down in the comments. Please write it down on the sort of chat, and I'll try to answer them for you. I'm having a look at the chat. I can't see any questions. Okay, so Purva is asking, will there be normal courses along with the batches? Yes, Purva, that the normal classes, that the normal courses that are being launched will be on very similar lines as they are currently. So yeah, normal courses will also be there, and these batches will also be sort of trying to cover all the concepts in a very sort of structured manner. All right, since there are no more questions, I'd like to sign off now, and I hope to see a lot of you guys in the batch that is starting tomorrow. So good luck for your learning journey, and I hope to see you guys, and we'll have a lot of fun and a lot of learning. So okay, so some people are asking, in basics of C++, should I enroll in your batch? Yeah, so that is what we are expecting, Rohit. If you guys know the basics of C++, if you guys know things like for loops, while loops, all the syntax stuff, and you have like an idea about that basic stuff. So this is what intermediate means. So you know the basics, you enroll for the intermediate to advanced batch. So Mohit, I think I answered the prerequisite part. So Priyank is asking, you took rupees 6 months. Can I extend it to a year? I am sorry, Priyank. I think I'm not the right person to answer this. Maybe you could get in touch with the support team at Unacademy itself to find out the answer to that. I'm sorry, I'm not the right person to answer that. Okay, I'll wait for a minute or so if there are any more questions. Okay, so Saranya is asking, just by getting 12-month subscription, we can access all stuff related to CP. I mean, can access any batch related to CP. Yes, Saranya, that's what I very clearly mentioned, right? Once you subscribe for the 12-month subscription, or even if a lower subscription, if you buy a 1 month or a 3 month or a 6 month subscription as well, you'll be able to access each and every batch and course that is there on the platform. So that is not going to be an issue. All right, I hope that answers your question. Okay, so any more questions? Please write it down if any more questions are there. Okay, so I cannot see any more questions. So thank you guys for joining in. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. I can see a bunch of sort of people on the chat. I hope to see some of you guys on the chat in the batch as well, and we'll have some fun and a lot of learning. So yeah, bye guys. It was nice having this conversation with you guys. Best of luck. Bye.